Championship night out at the Classic. What up, Jamie McCracken alongside Lauren Cash, the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime Saturday night on your television set or computer, but we're going to call this Sunday morning.
Yes, thank you for joining us. One of the biggest shows we have every year is Mountain Classic Saturday.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The boys and girls titles on the line tonight. We'll get to that in a bit.
But first, we start with the 9th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats coming off a loss at LSU.
Yeah, the basketball Cats taking on the lowest scoring team in the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. There's Alex Poitras. That's him. The Cats' 3-game losing streak away from home is their longest since a 6-game slide to end 2012-13. Hey, there's Alex Poitras in the first half. A little and one bucket, but he just getting started, Lauren.
Okay.
Later, Poitras, the pick and roll with Tyler Eulis.
I see it.
Wildcats up by 13. Oh, wait a minute. He's not done. Alex Poitras. You know he can play like this. A little reverse lay-in, career high 25 for AP. Next possession down, Michael Mulder. Rack him for a 3-ball. Kentucky up 38-28 at the half. Let's go second half. My man Isaiah Briscoe. Hashtag mouthpiece. 12 for Briscoe, 8-point lead for Kentucky. Under a minute to go in the second half. Jamal Murray. That's playground ball right there. 21 for Murray. He also had 5 rebounds as we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Kentucky wins 77-61 behind Poitras' career high 25 points. Big stat in this one. The Wildcats out-rebounded the Crimson Tide 43-25.
I told them after the game, I got a pretty smart team that you can make adjustments and tell them they understand what you're saying. So it's a good look. Anytime in any league you win on the road, especially against a team that had been playing like this team has been playing, it's a great win. And for us, it's something. I asked him, how bad did you feel after LSU? I mean, this is how basketball is. This is like life. You move on, and you make up for it the next game, and you feel good.
Up next for Kentucky, it is Mississippi State this coming Tuesday night. The Wildcats come back to Rupp.
Yeah, the Bulldogs and Wildcats get together January 12th, 7 p.m. tip time on ESPN. One of the guys to look for in the game is 5-star recruit Malik Newman, who took a lot of flack when he chose Mississippi State over Kentucky. Right now, Newman is averaging 13 points and 3 rebounds per game.
Well, coming up next on the show, the 29th WYMT Mountain Basketball Classic.
Yes, we take a look back at how the 4 teams playing for the title got there, and then as we crown the boys and girls champions.
Welcome back. I know you're excited, but before we get to the Mountain Classic Championship highlights, we will take a look back at how we got here. Lots of emotion throughout the week, big shots, clutch performances, and much more. Here's this week's least famous recipe hazard. The journey to the 29th Mountain Basketball Classic Championship games was unpredictable. Both number 1s and number 2s in the boys and girls Alice Lloyd College Mountain Top 10 were eliminated. For the girls, number 1 Harlan could not get around Bell County's intense defense. The Green Dragons' 2 leading scorers, Jordan Brock and Brooklyn Massengill, combined for just 13 points. For number 2 Harlan County, Knott Central's Kristen Waugh did what she does best late in the game, create and score a tough bucket in the paint. Lady Patriots take the lead with less than a minute to go in the game and never look back. On the boys' side, number 1 South Laurel got past Letcher Central, but then ran into Cameron Carmichael in the semifinals. C4 goes for 32, and the top-ranked Cards lose. And for number 2 Clay County, the problem was simple. Besides Trey Farmer and Blake Smith, no one produced much of anything. Farmer and Smith combined for 55 points. The rest of the team had 13. Perry Central advanced to its 4th straight Mountain Classic Championship, playing the best team basketball we have seen in this tournament. This has been the least famous recipe. Hazard and Whitesburg, Full Court Press.
All right, so there you go. That's how we got to this point. Now, let's start with some highlights. Let's start with the boys.
Say we do it. 4 straight years, Perry Central has made the Mountain Classic Championship game. However, this is the first year Harlan County even won its first-round game, let alone get to the title game. But guess what? That's where the Black Bears were. Here we go. Packed house for the boys' championship between number 7 Harlan County and number 6 Perry Central. Nice inside-out movement here from the Commodores. Damon Tober out to Matt Moneyball Turner. Doors by 2, he goes for 7. Black Bears, though, not going anywhere. Ty Simmons in the paint, rattles it in. And then Drew Nolan. How about a downtown 3-ball? They're all downtown, right? 3 balls?
They are downtown.
Okay. Nolan with 12, and then here's Cameron Carmichael. Whoop! That's not Cameron Carmichael. That's Damon Tober blocking Cameron Carmichael. Sorry, bro. No one can block this one, though. Nolan, the fall-away Jay, bounces in, giving the Black Bears a 4-point lead. Look at the vision by Tobler here, though. Oh, great pass. You know what's coming, right? That's Noah back. Baby got back. Back with 8.
You got to think of something better to do than that.
He is a freshman. I mean, people are going to say that for the next 4 years.
We got a few years.
Austin Hill there with the layup. Let's go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Perry Central, for the first time since 2013, wins the Boys Mountain Classic Championship 53-47 over Harlan County.
Feels great to come out here and play with my team, and we all play good, and it's a team effort, and we go out there and give it our all. It feels great.
Well, it took a good second half effort defensively, because tonight offensively we just wasn't clicking. They did a good job of taking away the 3 on us tonight, and we did a good job in the second half of both keeping Carmichael out and not letting Spurlock hit the 3s on us and not giving the other guys a 3. So it's a pretty good defensive effort.
My goodness, Marlena Van Hoos
kills it.
hits me in the feels every time. Girls Championship game, number 6, Knott Central, 2-time defending champ, Bell County. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Katrina Johnson up and in. Bell out to a 4-0 lead. Great teamwork here by the Lady Patriots. Jada Higgins, nice bounce pass to Fallon Sloan up and in. To the second quarter we go here. Higgins again, this time out on the fast break. Pass court to Sloan. It's up and in. Knott Central down by 1. Now, toward the end of the half, it became the Allison Howard show. Step
really
back
did.
at the top of the key, 3-ball. That's good. Next possession down for Bell. Johnson gets it to Howard for another 3. Is she done, though? No, she's still not done. She hit from the top of the key, then from the right wing, now on the left wing. Someone might want to guard her. Bell County up 25-22 on the Knott at the break. Second half, Kristen Wall, no. Hannah Holyfield, the offensive board, and put back. Lady Pats up 1. Under 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Zoe Taylor, her only bucket of the game, right there.
That's an and 1 bucket. She didn't make the free throw, though.
But there was no one stopping Fallon Sloan tonight. Grabs loose ball up and under the bucket. That scores. And that's why she's the tournament MVP. Last seconds of the game, Katrina Johnson misses. You see the reaction. Hugs all around. They were invited to the Classic for the first time ever. And as we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, they win it for the first time ever in school history. Knott Central 46, Bell County 38. Sloan, the MVP with 15 points. Hannah Holyfield with 14. Jada Higgins with 12. Jeff Honeycutt, how you feeling?
I'm just real excited for the girls. They worked their tail off and they listened to me, and I can't say enough about them. I'm real proud of the girls, and you know, we're happy to bring a banner to Knott Central. You know, we talked about 2 months ago, and we're really excited, and to do it on our home floor is really special too.
How bad did you want this?
Oh, we wanted it very badly. We've been waiting for weeks. We're so excited to have this opportunity. The first time we've been in the tournament to come out with a victory. So it's really very important to us, and we're really happy that we got this W.
Fallon Sloan, good singer, too.
All right, girls, third place game had our top 2 teams in the mountains. Number 1, Harlan. Number 2, Harlan County. First quarter, Emma Bianchi backing down the defender, turns on the block, puts it in off the glass. Lady Dragons up 2. At the other end, Blair Green drives baseline, dishes off to Kayla Gross, who gets the bucket. Harlan County now up 2 on the break. Jordan Brock ahead to Brooklyn Massengill. She drains the 3, the only player not named Bianchi to score in the first for Harlan. Speaking of Bianchi, on the kick out, knocks down the 3. She had 14 in the first quarter alone. Harlan by 3. Lady Black Bears also hitting from deep. Gross out to Rebecca Middleton for the tray. Harlan County takes a 1-point lead. Ute Pike top play contender here first quarter, winding down. Gross misses the short jumper. Rebound falls though to Phoebe McHarg, who hits the shot at the buzzer. Tie game after 1. McHarg with a nice vision here hits Middleton on the backdoor cut. Middleton puts Harlan County up 4. And as we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, the Lady Black Bears edge out Harlan 48-44.
It means a lot because it gets her confidence knowing that they can play with them and they can beat them. You know, it's just basketball, and that's what they need to look at it. Not like it's a state championship or in college, just a high school basketball game. And I just want them to play as hard as they can and have confidence in themselves. I think they did that tonight.
Just like the girls, the boys' third place game had the top 2 teams in the mountains. Number 1, South Florida, and there you see Trey Farmer with the beard. Number 2, Clay County. Speaking of Farmer, he receives a pass from Blake Smith and does the rest. We got a tie ball game. Ute Pike top play contender here. Clock winding down in the half. Farmer on the break. Muscles it up and in. Ties the game at 28, but watch this. South hurries down the floor. This is Blake Phelps.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
solid.
That counts.
That counts.
Cards by 3 at the half. In the third, Andrew Griffith the drive, the up and under movie at 22 in the game. That led the Cards in scoring. Lead out to 6. Off to South Miss this time. Wes Wolf. Tigers, they down by 4, but the Cardinals, they would pull away. Ryan Anders, a strong take there. He increases the lead to 8, and well, let's go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. South Florida, they showed up. They win it by 18 points, 67-49 over Clay County.
Well, we got to continue. We got to get consistent. We talked about toughness and competing, and I didn't think we really competed, and that had a lot to do with Harlan County, but tonight it was good to see guys compete.
All right, back to the girls' side of things. Let's take a look at the all-tournament team. Johnson Central's Jayla Spurlock, Breathitt County's Amy Brewer, Harlan Independent, Brooklyn Massengale. 2 players from Harlan County, Blair Green and Kayla Gross, Katrina Johnson for Bell County, Jada Higgins and Hannah Holyfield for the champs, not Central. Bell County had the 110% award and 6th man, Zoe Taylor and Alex Brock, and your 2016 Mountain Classic Most Valuable Player, Fallon Sloan for not Central.
On the boys' side, Buckhorn's Connor Hoskins, not Central's Isaac Cottle, Terrell Carter for Letcher Central, Timmy Dalton from Lawrence County, Blake Smith from Clay County, South Rural Caleb Taylor. 2 players from the runner-ups, Harlan County Black Bears, the Trace Spurlock and Cameron Carmichael. More from the all-tourney team, Travis Dunn and Noah Back for Perry Central. The 110% award goes to PCC's James Blair. 6th man goes to Austin Hill, and the 2016 Most Valuable Player goes to Damon Tobler. All right, still to come, Cash Daniel plays in the Army All-American game, plus 15th Region All-A highlights.
You got all the fun nicknames for the kids. I need to step up my game. Find out who's moving on and is 1 step closer to playing in Frankfurt for a chance at the All-A state title.
You don't like Baby Got Back, though?
No, I do not.
I'm sorry, Noah Back. She doesn't like it. The Shelby Valley boys basketball team defending its 15th Region All-A championship today in the region quarterfinals. We'll get that in a bit.
Yeah,
right?
The Wildcats have already played Prestonsburg twice and won both yesterday, and they had to play them again. But first, let's start with Paintsville and Betsy Lane. Ticket to the semifinals on the line. Let's pick it up to the second quarter. Betsy Lane down 7. Grant Osborne drives baseline, doesn't get the shot to fall, but Jacob Aria is there for the putback. But check this out. Paintsville's not done. James Allen, the long ball at the court to the flying Chris Allen for the layup at the other end, and just like that, the Bobcats are still down 7 points. Quick hands here by Roger Maynard. Knocks the ball loose. I'm going to go coast to coast for the finish. Tigers lead out to 9 points. Now, under a minute to play in the first half. Bobcats running their offense pretty well. Check out the lob here to Arias, lays it up and in, but the Tigers go into the locker room up 7 points. Third quarter, Betsy Lane stringing a run together. Kyle Watkins spots Nathan Hall. Goggles. Told you I'd fit it in there. You weren't even ready for it. Tiger lead down to 3, but Paintsville just too much for Betsy Lane. Darren Morris turnaround Jay at the elbow. That was solid. Let's go to the scoreboard. Paintsville advances to the semifinal round of the boys' 15th Region All-A tournament. They win it 71-60.
So, who would Paintsville face? Off in the second semifinal game, James DeRossi and Prestonsburg, or Jim Hicks and Shelby Valley. Let's go first quarter. Wildcats working around the perimeter. Lamont Wright. Well, that looks all right. Valley on the board first. How about right again? Is it still right?
Yep.
Okay. You're the one who
He's
shot
right.
these highlights. He looks like he's right. He sat out most of the first half though with 2 fouls. Hunter Swindle getting in on the scoring now. He had 23 points in the first half. He finished with 34 for the Wildcats, and Valley out to the early lead. Off the inbounds play now. Dalton Frazier using the football skills.
Intercepts that. And then he finishes.
Well, that's nice. Let's go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Shelby Valley all over Prestonsburg. 71-51. The final. Wildcats led in scoring by Hunter Swindle with 34 points. So the boys 15th Region All-A semifinal games are set. The Pikeville Panthers meet up with East Ridge Monday at 6:30 p.m. at the Expo. And following that, the Paintsville Tigers and the Shelby Valley Wildcats will face off. Winners of both games will play in the championship game on Tuesday. Winner of that advances on to Frankfort in the All-A state tournament.
You're going to be there. Early tip-off for the girls' 15th Region All-A semis, and I'm not lying. It was a 9 a.m. tip time. Shelby Valley and Betsy Lane pick it up second half. Shelby Valley forces the Lady Cat turnover, and Kylie Tackett, the nice tap pass to Lakin Mullins for the easy finish. She had 12 points on the day. Or I guess I should have said morning.
If the game starts at 9 a.m., does that mean it's a 7 a.m. wake-up call?
Yes.
Okay.
Cassidy Wright leads Summer Rose with a nice bounce pass. She stops Pops in the paint. Summer finished with 17. Valley up big on the Lady Cats. Now Betsy Lane, though, not giving up. Caitlin Kidd swishes that 3 ball. She had 6 points on the game. The other kid for Betsy Lane, Emily, working it down low. Her hook shot dropped. She had 8 points, had 6 boards for Emily Kidd. Let's go to the full screen, though. The scoreboard. Cassidy Wright led all scorers with 18 points, and Shelby Valley wins at 69-29. The Lady Cats earn the first spot in the 15th Region All-A Championship tomorrow or later this afternoon.
So who will Shelby Valley play later this afternoon? Would it be East Ridge or would it be Presley Jericho and Paintsville?
Who knows?
Lady Tigers working it around here. Give and go early. There's Jericho.
Nice.
There we go. She had 8 points on the day. On the other end, the kick out to Allie Sloan. She nails the long 2 from the wing. 2 of her 5. Lady Warriors by 3. Lady Tigers down 3 now, not much longer. This is Elizabeth Williams. Splash ball. She notched 15 points in the game. Game tied at 7. East Ridge patiently waiting here for the play to develop. Leslie Fleener says, just give me the rock. Thank you. Game high 20 for Fleener. Abby James drives baseline. That floater is going to fall. She had 11. We're tied up at the end of the first quarter, 15 apiece. But it's East Ridge. They outlast Paintsville 54-45. They earn the last spot in the girls' 15th Region All-A Championship game.
So the 15th Region All-A Championship game is set. The Shelby Valley Lady Cats and the defending champs, the East Ridge Lady Warriors. Game time set for 2:30 p.m. later on today. Winner advances to the All-A State Tournament in Frankfort. Jamie will be there. We'll have highlights and post-game reaction from the winning team later on today at 6.
All right, how about a 14th Region 54th District matchup today at Perry Central? Colby Johnson and Hazard taking on Maddie Minks and the Lady Commodores. First quarter, Destiny Walker kicks it out to Colby, and she knocks down the 3 ball. 5 threes on the day for Colby Johnson, but then Perry goes on an 8-0 run, capped off with a Minks layup. It's 15-8 Lady Doors. Let's go to the huddle because we need to time out. Haley Connell, she's in 7th grade, and she gets buckets, 14 for her on the day. However, on this day, Desiree Sturgill got buckets. 4 first-half three-pointers for Sturgill, including that NBA 3 right there. Perry leads 22-14 at the end of 1 quarter. Second quarter, Sydney Hall stopping and popping. 10-point lead for Perry.
She got game.
She does. How about some bank?
Game and bank.
That was Colby Johnson with the bank. How about more bank? She had a team out 19, by the way. That's Morgan Robinson with some bank. Another assist for Olivia Holland. That lead cuts to 7, but Perry's hot shooting did not stop. As you saw right there, let's go to Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Perry Central runs away with it in the last 3 minutes of the game, 75-61. Perry Central still a game under 500. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there just a second ago.
No, I know you almost tripped it while you were in mid-highlight. Didn't mean to cut you off, but I really like Sydney Hall's game. I
like
really,
Sydney
really
Hall's
like
game
her.
too. Yeah,
really
it's
like
nice.
her.
It's nice. The National Football League playoffs are here, and coming up on the show, we've got highlights.
Yes, plus later, the U-Pike men and women with a doubleheader out at the Expo Center. See if the Lady Bears could stay unbeaten. Kentucky Mr. Football on the field yesterday in San Antonio, Texas for the Army All-American game.
Yeah, Paintsville Tiger Cash Daniel playing for the West squad. Here's Cash doing Cash things.
Felipe Franks out of Crawfordsville, Florida, initially committed to LSU, but he's going to Gainesville next week to start his career as a Florida Gator. Told us yesterday he really had both schools tied. He said the more he thought about it, family was closer. If he goes to Florida, also spends more time throwing than handing off. As a Gator, that's what he anticipates. Defense off to a great start for the West Side. That's Cash Daniel out of Paintsville, Kentucky, and he'll be a Wildcat for Mark Stoops.
Was he trying to do like the discount double check there?
I don't know. I'm just really proud of him to share the same name with me.
Yeah.
He's so much cooler with.
It did start with a K,
He's
though.
so, whatever. Details, Jamie.
So Cash making a nice tackle for a loss there to open up the second half. Another SEC guy, Ole Miss commit. Shea Patterson was named MVP of the Army All-American game. Take a look at the scoreboard. The West beats the East 37-39. So West squad a winner, Cash Daniel. So Paintsville Tiger and future Kentucky Wildcat Cash Daniel did fairly well on the national stage for the West team and registered 3 total tackles, for one which was a solo, and he had a tackle for the loss in 37-9 win.
All right, well, here's a playoff game.
We got Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
Yeah. Martavius Bryant makes the grab. We're at 15-0 Steelers. Now it's 15-10, the fourth. Bengals facing 4th and 1. A.J. McCarron completes the pass to Marvin Jones. Nice gain for the first down. 1:50 to play here. McCarron to the Bengals' top target. A.J. Green gets into the end zone for the score. I believe we're back on schedule now. 2-point attempt, no good. 16-15 Bengals. Roethlisberger out with an injury. Ensuing possession. Landry Jones is picked off by Vontez Burfict with just 1:38 remaining, but the Bengals can't keep the possession. Trying to run out the clock. Jeremy Hill fumbles, and it's recovered by Pittsburgh deep in its own territory. And then the Bengals become undisciplined. Bengals doing Bengals things. The pass over the middle for Antonio Brown is incomplete, but Burfict called for the personal foul with the hit to the head. 15 yards down inside the 20, and that leads to this. Chris Boswell hammers home the 35-yard field goal with 18 seconds remaining, and that is how the season ends for the Bengals. 18-16 loss to the Steelers.
Well, that stinks. Second AFC wildcard game, Chiefs at Texans. J.J. Watt, he's a really big dude. Opening kickoff, Niall Davis. He takes it 6 yards deep, and he gone. 106 to the house, 7-0 Chiefs. Brutal first half for Texas quarterback. Look at this, Lauren. Brian Hoyer, first quarter. Hoyer, he's picked off by Eric Berry. Oh, it gets worse. Still first quarter, Hoyer this time fumbles.
Oh.
Dontre Poe picks it up. Second quarter, just keeps getting worse. He's picked off by Josh Moga there. And then second quarter, Hoyer, he's picked off for the third time. Goodness. Gonna spend the offseason in a hot tub or somewhere where nobody can find me. Then that happens. Alex Smith on the play action there. This game's so bad. Let's just go to the scoreboard because it was 20-0 there, and we're going to end the highlight pack before it gets any more brutal. Chiefs advance 30-0 over the Texans. I think we're losing this show now.
Yeah.
I think we're losing it.
Next on the show, college basketball, including the undefeated U-Pike women. We'll get it back, though. We'll rebound.
Plus, we got the Kentucky women. Take a listen.
Okay.
He circles back out now 5-on-5 to Morris. Right wing steps in, 18-footer. Good. Macy Morris really getting untracked here. 10 second-half points for the Pride of the Mountains from Pineville, Kentucky.
Mason Morris and the 12-1 Kentucky women are in Athens to take on Georgia Sunday. We'll preview the game, hopefully. Do I read
That's
this?
you, Jamie.
Well, welcome back. You spent some quality time out at the Expo Center today in Pikeville. You shot all those.
Obviously, I wouldn't say that to you because I was the one in Pikeville.
You shot all those OA games this morning, and then sandwich in between there were some college games, right? There were 2 college basketball games. That was.
Yes, Jamie, a doubleheader with the U-Pike men and women hosting Cumberland, newly named the Phoenix, no longer the Bulldogs. And we start on the men's side. The number 2 ranked U-Pike Bears looking for their 16th win on the season, coming off a nice win at home against Lindsey Wilson
Get the show back
Thursday.
on track.
Christian Leach here, driving to the rim. Shot gets blocked, but Jackson Hussey, I'm not even going to say anything.
What? What is that?
It's fancy little something on that ball. Bears down 1, though. You know who hasn't been mentioned in this highlight yet? KK Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know who's about to be mentioned. KK.
I like him.
Coming in hot right in your living room. That's a 3-ball. Team high 24 points for KK. Bears up 1. Hussey down low to Colt Chapman. I'll take those. Thank you. U-Pike still up just 1. Still first half here. Makari Brooks.
Oh, my goodness.
What is there even to say?
It's called a step-back nasty J.
Double-double, 18 and 10 for Makari. Bears in the Phoenix train bucket for bucket. Christian Leach basket. And 1. Bears went into the locker room down 1. They pull out a close one down the stretch. Bears notch their 16th win.
Pick it up second quarter off the Candace Porter miss. Andrea Machin. That's an easy 2. Bears down 2. Machin also running the offense. Catches Danielle Calvert for the nice finish. Tied up at 37. Bears trail by 1 at the half. Third quarter, Machin. Oh, she feeling it. That rattles home. Bears up 3. U-Pike starting to put a little distance between them and Phoenix. Prisha Rogers, she gets the friendly bounce there. Bears up 6. Devin Conley, known usually for her 3-point shooting, showing off the baseline floater there. U-Pike lead out to 11. Cumberland, though, not going away. Down just 4. Kayla Eldridge flying down the court. Most importantly, gets the bucket. Lead back out to 6. Last chance for Cumberland. Down 3. No! Go to the scoreboard. U-Pike women, they stay undefeated 73-70 with a win over the Cumberland Phoenix.
Staying on the scoreboard now, let's check out some scores. LMU sweeps Queens, and more importantly, the LMU men hand the Queens men, the 8th-ranked team in Division II, their first loss of the season, 86-76. Going on to the next scoreboard now. There we go. Cumberland's and Lindsey Wilson, they split 1-1 here, but the Cumberland's men continue to win. And Lindsey Wilson, a tough road trip. They lost at U-Pike on Thursday and then at Cumberland's earlier today or yesterday or whatever. And then Union sweeping Bluefield at home in some AAC basketball. Both the men and the women get the win. Well, the 10th-ranked Kentucky women on the road, they will play at Georgia Sunday.
That's right, yeah. The Wildcats are 12-1. They bounced back from their first loss of the season at Auburn with a win at home against Alabama. They won by 25 points. Macy Morris scored 10 points in that game, all in the second half. Sunday's meeting with Georgia will be the 52nd all-time. UK has played UGA. The Lady Bulldogs have started 0-2 in the conference, but Matthew Mitchell still thinks the SEC, it's got a lot of quality.
There's nobody sitting in their facility today even thinking about losing. Everybody wants to win in this conference. This is the most excellent athletic conference in the world, and it is very, very competitive and tough. So I'm not surprised because I've been doing it long enough now, my 9th year as a head coach and several years as an assistant. It's always been a competitive league, and this year looks like an extremely competitive year.
All right, coming up next, we'll wrap up this thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to go to bed soon. But first, we'll name this week's Play of the Week.
All right, it's time for our Play of the Week now. Blake Phelps of South Floral. Time winding down in the half. A ladybug just went on me. Okay, that's what happened right there. Look at that. Take another look. Whee! Now, you did that against Clay County. Watch it again. Congrats to Blake Phelps here with our Play of the Week. Did you really just?
It was all on the wrist.
All on the wrist? I think it was all on the bounce.
I got talent, all right?
Okay. I wrote absolutely nothing to close out the show, so what are we going to say?
Really great Mountain Classic week. Really, we had a lot of fun. Today was really packed out. Obviously, we had at least, 10, 11 highlights from high school sports, All A. And it continues to get busier, even just because the Mountain Classic is over. We got All A coming up. You're going to be in Frankfurt. Yeah, I can't wait for the All A. I have to ask, I threw this out in the show last night. I said, that pumpkin roll was so good. So what was your favorite food? Because Not Central does it right at the hospitality room. Ooh, there was this pink cake that was probably life-changing. I could have guessed that. I forgot. I don't even know what it is, but it was absolutely changed my life. I'm still thinking about it. Shout out to all the Not Central women for feeding us this week. They killed it. Yes. Have a good night. We'll see you next week.